Thanksgiving Thunder.
Hello everyone and welcome to the yearly gobbledogger that is Thanksgiving Thunder in front of a capacity crowd here at Hot Point Davis Arena. Linda Kay, Josh Ashcraft, are you ready?
Oh, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest for Thanksgiving Thunder is an Anything Goes match. Introducing first, representing the Revolution, the Hunter, AJC.
AJC get a championship shot here.
And his opponent, the OVW Media Champion.
Oh, wait a second, not even allowing your corners to finish the introductions here. You know, this is anything goes, guys.
I guess that includes not waiting for the bell. Dustin Jackson and AJC almost tore each other apart and Hot Point Davis Arena apart last Thursday at Rise.
There's still unfinished business, of course, and having an anything goes match. How fitting for Thanksgiving Thunder between these two gentlemen tonight.
Well, and you know, you got to think the OVW matchmakers are watching, the board of directors.
Oh my goodness.
AJZ has a good enough showing here tonight. He may get an opportunity at OVW Country Boy Brewing Media Championship, but Dustin Jackson doing whatever he can and whatever he sees fit in this matchup, because anything goes, Brian.
Look at that. AJZ caught Dustin Jackson mid-air with a kick to, I don't want to say midsection, we'll say the lower regions. And anything goes, so that's legal. It's a headlock, and Dustin Jackson, his kids might be cross-eyed.
Oh! Boot to the midsection there from Jackson. AJZ trying to use that chair, but...
Oh my goodness. And you know, guys, with this being an anything goes match, you gotta know in the back of AJZ's mind, he knows that the finish of this match, whether he wins or loses, can affect if he gets a future title shot at that Country Boy Brewing Media Championship.
No, without a doubt.
When you mention back of the mind, you got to think with this being an anything goes match, the Revolution has to be in the back of the mind of Dustin Jackson, maybe even the forefront of his mind. I mean, we've seen the chaos, the destruction they're capable of, especially when championship gold is on the line, and Dustin Jackson not defending the gold tonight, but definitely giving AJC an opportunity to prove he deserves to be in championship contention.
Yes, a huge opportunity for AJZ, considering it's anything goes. That means anything can happen, and he might win, and as you said, might have that opportunity very soon
Once
at the
again,
Media Championship.
Anything goes in this matchup. We've said it multiple times already in this broadcast. And that's the thing, when you get two guys like AJZ and Dustin Jackson out there, they will fight tooth and nail to get the victory.
I mean, Linda, you've known Dustin, Josh, you've known Dustin for quite some time. We saw him and AJZ almost, oh my God!
Oh my
German suplex on the floor!
What I'll say, I was gonna say you saw him last week, both men damn near feral, burying their fangs, wanting to rip each other apart. I've never seen Dustin like that. He's a cool dude. He was not a cool dude on Thursday.
No, he was not at all. And in this situation, you know, AJZ wants to, you know, he calls himself the hunter.
Yeah.
And right now, he's hunting for that OVW Country Boy Brewing Media Championship. Hang on cover here.
Oh, how did DJ kick out of that? I mean, that suplex and how hard it is out there. Oh,
well, and that's what happens when you're a champion, you know, situations like that, you have it just kind of kick in, and you want to get that shoulder up off the mat. It's almost like a built-in instinct, Brian.
You're absolutely right, and AJZ is a man who acts on instinct, and he'll also try to beat the instinct out of you. So, yeah, Dustin Jackson might have had the instinct to kick out, but AJZ has the killer instinct to keep the pressure on, not giving Dustin Jackson an inch to breathe here.
That championship spirit, that championship mentality in our champion. We know DJ's not going to give up. He never does. I mean, we've talked about this numerous times, how DJ is in the best shape of his life, but
he's running knee to the midsection, just trying to crack the ribs of Dustin Jackson.
And you're right, Dustin, hold on. Just a one count there. Dustin Jackson's in incredible shape, but I think AJZ, just need two of those abs right up into the throat of Dustin Jackson.
I mean, the shape of AJZ, too. I mean, both men making a recent return here at OVW in the best shape of their lives.
Well, you know, and that's the thing, you said it earlier, Brian. I have known Dustin Jackson since his very first day when he walked through the doors here in OVW. I've seen how much this young man has grown. Right now, AJZ might be the most difficult opponent he's ever faced, but look at that super kick out of DJ.
On the money.
Super kick from Dustin Jackson. Oh, and another one, and that's the thing with Dustin Jackson. You see him basically shaking off all that previous wear and tear now and hulking up, as it were. Dustin Jackson feeling it now, guys.
What's he thinking? We saw what happened last time he went onto the apron. Oh! Oh
DJ
my.
likes to go for that high-risk offense, but AJZ had it scouted. Caught Dustin midair with the chair, Linda.
Yes, not just damage from hitting that steel, or the impact of the steel, I should say, but you saw him favoring his knee as well.
While I understand that feeding off the crowd is pivotal for Dustin Jackson, they feed this man. At the same time, you got to think he maybe took a little bit too much time there, allowed AJZ not only recover to grab that chair. Dustin Jackson has to stay focused.
I think right now.
I say, listen to the crowd here in Davis Arena, fully behind Dustin Jackson.
I think right now, to your point, Brian, that he's feeding AJZ himself, literally as we speak. My goodness.
He's trying to bite a chunk out of him?
I think he did. He just spit it out.
The Tyson fight was long ago. This ain't how we're doing things here.
Wait, which one?
Hey, good point.
Yes, but remember, this is anything goes. Right now,
the referee's just here down a pinfall or submission. That's all she is here for. Charlie McKenzie absolutely is going to have her hands full with these two men.
You got to think OVW management saw what happened last week between these two.
Oh!
Backstage, massive spear. Oh, hold on. Here we go.
Oh.
How the hell did Dustin Jackson kick out of two?
AJZ with the thrill of the hunt, and I don't know if Dustin Jackson knows where he's at this point.
Well, I was saying before he speared the hell out of him. Guys, you got to think management saw how these two were going at each other backstage and said, we're not even going to mess with just a regular matchup. Let's go ahead and make this no DQ because it's going to end up there anyway.
Right, you just see the eyes of the hunter.
I try not to look at the eyes, baby.
Well, to your point, though, he will go to no limits to get that win over Dustin, and as you can see, he's willing to do what it takes, willing to damage himself.
But there you go, his own aggression used against him there. That chair falling down, some desperately needed time. AJZ needed to stay on the attack.
Right, should he have gone right for the pin, Brian, earlier? I mean, after that spear, granted, Dustin kicked out, but obviously he's still down.
You got to wonder, and Josh, I'll even ask you, you've been the leader of men. Did Doug Basham send AJZ out here with the break him mentality, do some damage mentality?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, that's something that I would send any of my guys in the LOB to do. You want to soften someone up as much as you can, and again, this is a non-title contest.
I think that
the damage done, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but the damage done from AJZ in this, Dustin Jackson will feel for weeks.
And again, to your point, Doug Basham sent him out here just probably with that marching order, but the Linda, that chair, clearly not a fan of the Revolution, refusing to work with AJZ.
I mean, but AJZ still found a way to do some damage to our media champion. Dustin Slow getting up.
If anything, he might have frustrated AJZ even more. Now he is ready to continue the punishment. AJZ winding up here.
Scared to see. Shoulder to post.
All of AJZ's momentum into that steel post. Dustin Jackson sidestepped.
Where did he get that from? Covered.
That Fern Valley driver did it.
Here is your winner, Dustin Jackson.
Jackson picking up the win, Linda.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that champion's mentality and spirit and strength. DJ with the win.
A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
Hot Point presents the toughest moment of the night.
We have 3 judges watching this match. Tony, you get to pick your first judge. Who would you like that to be, Tony?
My first pick is going to be Leather Daddy Dog.
And since I am the first judge, I get to pick the next Miss Gannon. Because I'm fair, you get to pick the 3rd judge. Take your time. I don't care. You're not even going to make it to Tuesday. We don't care who you pick.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
Very nice, very nice, Cookie Cutter Cal. I appreciate it. But still, my opinion remains unbiased.
I love that. Mm-hmm. You are such a respectable woman. You know that?
Icon Lee coming out here for his OVW Rush Division Championship match against Star Rider.
What a huge opportunity for Icon Lee to get his first taste at OVW Gold.
He called me a peasant. I'm not a fan of that.
Just now? Or
He's not
does he
wrong.
always call you one?
I'm not going to say I like our current Rush Division champion. I'm not going to sell you that. But I'm going to tell you that he's been a multi-time Rush Division champion. He's been a Country Boy Brewing OVW Media champion. He's got a huge task in front of him here tonight.
Well, absolutely. And anybody in the Revolution, you got to make sure you got to keep that goal. You know that Doug Bashan or Leather Daddy Doug, if you will. There could be some consequences if you lose the gold.
Just ew.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the OVW Rush Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger, now entering his domain, the Shepherd of Sheep, Icon Lee. And his opponent, representing the Revolution, here's the OVW Rush Division Champion, the star of the show, Star Rider.
All right, here's where I take a little bit of umbrage with Icon Lee. Look it up if you don't know the word, Brian.
I know that word.
He calls it his domain. Who the hell does he think he is? He's stepping in the ring with an OVW champion. Someone like Star Rider, who, whether or not he turned his back on OVW to join the Revolution, is one of the most dangerous competitors in the Rush Division ever.
First off, I know Umbridge is a professor in Harry Potter. Second,
that's not.
And I agree with you. Icon Lee has come in very confident, very braggadocious, but sometimes that's exactly what it takes to be a top-tier star. I don't like being called a peasant, but I also don't like this Star Rider texting me saying I'm going to vollywop you if you don't get her from the desk next time I come out there.
You call it confident, I call it arrogance.
Wait, did you say Brachiosaurus? That's my favorite dinosaur. That being said, Icon Lee talking about entering his domain, talking to Star Rider about entering his domain. Perhaps it's a psychological game, you guys. There's confidence to that, but perhaps it's all about the psyche.
You're absolutely right. If Icon Lee can get into the mind of Star Rider, which is tough because he's wearing a thick mask, he could absolutely have the leg up on the Rush Division champion.
You know, and here's the thing, I won't take anything away from Icon Lee. You know, he's ripped, chiseled, and jacked. He's trying to take that arm with him.
Did you see how that arm bent? Good.
I can. Let me cover your eyes, Brian. I can see that's making you
maybe squeamish
there.
Oh god, that was disgusting. Okay, but Star Rider looks like his arm's okay. Oh no, look at that! Immediately grabbing that arm.
Arm drag takes over Star Rider.
Guys, I think Icon Lee has pinpointed an appendage, if you will.
Well, you know, I mean, that's smart strategy. You want to try to take away any of the weapons that your opponent might have in this situation. Star Rider knows that. A little bit of a backstabber to the arm there.
Star Rider reeling there. Guys, Icon Lee is a man who's fought tooth and nail since he showed up here at OVW. Got an opportunity tonight here at Thanksgiving Thunder.
Oh yeah, he won that huge match to get this title shot.
And beat some really impressive competitors to get here. But once you're here, that's when it really matters.
Star Rider favoring those ribs now. You got to think he doesn't want to show a weakness here. Ooh, so to speak to Icon Lee. Don't give him any openings or opportunities.
Folks, if you're looking at the bottom of your screen, you're seeing we got some shows coming up. Go to OVWTix.com so you miss a second of the action. Coming back to Georgetown, Kentucky and Country Boy Brewing. We got Christmas Chaos coming up where we're going to beat the jingle bells off of everybody. You're not going to miss it. Go to OVWTix.com.
That's right. You're going to get 3 straight nights of OVW action. OVW TV, Country Boy Brewing in Georgetown, and then back here for Christmas Chaos, and we can't wait.
And speaking of opportunities.
Hang on.
1 second away from a new Rush Division champion there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, speaking of opportunities, not just for Icon Lee, but for everybody to join us. 3 shows in a row. Make sure to make OVW part of your holiday festivities. But back to the action, guys. I mean, our champion, Star Rider, really hasn't had a moment to breathe since starting this match.
Icon Lee has kept the pressure on that arm. He pinpointed an appendage early on. Star Rider trying to fight back into this, but noticing he's grabbing that arm. Icon Lee has done some damage.
I need to watch that back, Ryan.
Oh, look at the back. Speaking of back, look at the back of Star Rider. Those welts forming. Icon Lee has done some serious damage to Star Rider. Star trying to fight back into this, though.
Yeah, and still favoring that arm.
Hey, guys, here's the thing. Star Rider, we've seen, he's a man with a ton of heart, with grit, determination. He's also an opportunistic. Ooh, okay. Now, he's also an opportunistic man. Saw the opportunity to join the Revolution and signed on, but so Star Rider is always going to be Star Rider, and you can at least respect that much about him. But right now, Icon Lee showing no respect to the Rush Division champion.
Can you explain that? Star Rider's always going to be Star Rider?
Star Rider's always going to look out for Star Rider. I mean, yeah, he's going to have friends here and there, but at the end of the day, the person that matters most to the star of the show is the freaking star of the show.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Icon Lee now looking to stalk Star Rider in that corner. Charges through. I'm not exactly sure if he got all of that. But now just tying that arm up in the ropes, and look at this, just pulling away, trying to hyperextend that elbow. Start with the quick kick to the midsection.
Just more and more damage. Oh.
You know, and that's the thing, Star Rider knows what it takes to take amount of punishment and be able to come back from it. Star Rider has been in some brutal battles here in OVW, pun totally intended.
Oh, absolutely. We can never forget that scaffold match. Sitting right up front for that one, and the way he held his own in that match. I mean, right now, if he can do it with that mangled arm, that just shows that grit, that determination.
And I'll say this, Doug Basham has very questionable clothing choices. But his choices for the soldiers in his army, they've been top tier. Doug Basham knows how to build an impenetrable wall. Oh, speaking of impenetrable.
So much damage to Star Rider, and now to his shoulder. No way to penetrate through that post.
But I think that might be the confidence, the ego of Icon Lee, wanting to take a little bit of time to gloat instead of going after the champion.
Not sure how wise that is for Icon Lee. Again, this is his first chance, you guys, to get a taste of that gold, and it's wasting some precious time. Yeah, I understand. Ooh, want to do some more damage there to Star Rider's arm, to his shoulder, to everything. But he's got to keep in mind, he's got to get him in the ring to get that win.
And let me ask you, I mean, Josh, you know what it's like to have a team full of champions. How much, and Linda, you mentioned earlier, how much pressure is Star Rider under not to lose that Rush Division Championship, to not take that Rush Championship back to the Revolution?
I mean, an immense amount of pressure, and that's a situation that you don't want to find yourself in, especially if somebody as unhinged as Doug Basham and Katie Gannon backstage that you have to answer to. I mean, I'd rather listen to nails on a chalkboard or be waterboarded with monkey. Well, never mind.
I don't answer to Miss Gannon. I don't answer to Miss Gannon.
Well, I don't either.
I sent her a fruit basket. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm trying to keep my job. Here we go. Pin attempt. It wasn't.
You're a sycophant and a suck-up, and you always have been.
It wasn't a good fruit basket.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I swear, Brian, if you show up in red and black, my goodness.
No, those are LOB colors.
I don't look good because of my complexion, but look at that. Icon Lee focusing again on that arm of Star Rider.
Trying to go after that shoulder
Chicago
and that
Bulls
elbow.
Colors from the best era in the 90s with MJ. With that being said, speaking of champions, Star Rider gaining some momentum, but again, still favoring that arm.
You're absolutely right, and you bring up the Chicago Bulls, the team that did the three-peat. We're in the three-peat era right now. Star Rider, multiple-time Rush Division champion. Look at this, coming back alive. Again, we can say a lot of terrible things about Star Rider, but I'll say one good thing right now, that you can never count that piece of trash out. I mixed the compliment and the insult.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Icon Lee up and over Star Rider, who had taken control of this matchup.
But again, right back to that arm. You know, Icon Lee, you got to think that he has something in mind, maybe a Fujiwara armbar or something like that to try to take Star Rider out. Possibly put him into a Kimura key lock.
And let me ask you, I mean, we know Star Rider goes for that stomp. That's his go-to, Josh. I mean, is Icon going for the arm because that was more unexpected from Star Rider? I mean, the leg right there in front of him, a bullseye, but that arm, Star Rider might not have expected that.
Yeah, both very different styles of attack. You know, they've studied each other. You can see it right now. Star Rider doing what it takes to push back Icon's fighting style.
Hell of a shot there from Star Rider,
Any opportunities to put him in any type of submissions.
Well, and you've got to think at this point, Star Rider, he's taking out all his frustration, all of his aggression on Icon Lee. Every one of those shots is meant to do damage.
I mean, every one of those shots do damage, but Josh, let me ask you, again, you've been in the ring.
Yeah.
How many of those stomps are just sheer frustration from the champ? Like, why the hell do you keep going after my arm?
I mean, pretty much they're, what a chop from Star Rider, but you're not wrong. I mean, there have been plenty of times where you got somebody down, you kick them, you stomp the hell out of them, and you see right here, Star Rider giving Icon Lee a taste of his own medicine.
Tit for tat, if you will.
And Brian, sometimes those stomps, that frustration, it's more of a rage of just die, just stay down.
I can appreciate that. And Star Rider looking to put down Icon Lee. Oh, with that snap suplex. Look at that. Icon Lee grabbing the shoulder. We're about to have two guys with one arm in this contest. And you know what? I don't hate it because these two are beating the hell out of each other. And that's exactly why I brought this capacity crowd at Thanksgiving Thunder.
Yes.
That's why everyone's watching live right now.
I mean, that's what it is. You know, it's a one-arm man and an ass-kicking contest at this point for the OVW Rush Division Championship. And Star Rider, you know, look, he might be part of the Revolution, but take nothing away from the talent of this young man, the heart and the tenacity that he has, and he wants to keep that OVW Rush Division Championship.
Star Rider. Oh.
Say this match, a lot of it is just taking each other out limb by limb. And it's seeming to work, but then again, a little burst of energy there from Icon Lee.
Icon Lee charges over. Star Rider cuts him off at the pass with a kick.
Limb by limb.
Oh! Good God! Woo-wee. I think he just kicked the eye off of Khan, and I'm just convinced that Icon is out cold. Wow, what a super kick. I know that was a long walk for a small
which
drink of
eye?
water.
Yeah, that's weird. Why does he have one eye that's all like whited out, grayed out? Who cares about that though? Star Rider.
Superpower.
Did you just call him a pirate?
I said his superpower.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, don't ever call him a pirate. You will not disparage a pirate like me by calling him that. Yar.
All right, mateys. Well, let's get back into this matchup. Star Rider.
Star Rider shivering the timbers right now of Icon Lee.
Oh, he tore off his glove.
Well, you're absolutely right. And we might be, hold on, walking the plank of Star Rider's Rush Division Championship reign if Icon Lee has anything to say about it.
I mean, the Icon Lee's fighting background, he just struck Star Rider's lower back, but right now, Star Rider fighting through that pain.
You know, and that's the thing, Star Rider, many brutal battles here in OVW. This man knows how to take punishment and keep coming back. And that's something that has to be said about Star Rider. You see that he tried to put that arm up, unable to, but Star eats that buckle. Icon Lee back to the arm again.
There we go again with the strikes and the kicks. That damage being done already to the fairly damaged arm of Star Rider. Look at just the welts and how it's red and swelling. Can he overcome this?
Icon Lee trying to position himself as a threat in the Rush Division.
Icon Lee building so much momentum, going for the pin attempt here.
Well, we have a new Rush Division champion.
Just a 2 count. Guys, I think that shows you the intensity in this matchup. The Rush Division Championship is on the line. Icon Lee's first opportunity at gold. And these two, very minimal pin attempts, just beating the hell out of each other, beating the stuffing out of each other. It's Thanksgiving.
Well, you know, at some point, that's exactly what you want to do. That's what you have to do. You have to beat someone down until they have nothing left to give. You know, both of these men going to live it here in the ring. And did I just hear an Icon chant from the crowd of Davis Arena? Oh, Jesus!
Oh, good God.
Well, that drop kick was there. And I ain't mad about it.
You saw that? Oh, hold on.
Just dragging the carcass of Icon Lee. 2, 3.
Here's your winner, and still OVW Rush Division champion, Star Rider.
Star Rider staying dominant as Rush Division champion and beating not just the stuffing grind, but the dressing out of Icon Lee.
He beat everything out of that man.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
90% of natural sleep aids don't work. Most remedies make bold claims, but never measure their real impact. Meet Sophie, the natural plant-based spray that does. Sophie isn't one size fits all. It experiments with different plant extracts to find what works for you. Paired with an app and machine learning, Sophie learns to optimize your sleep because not all plants work the same for everyone. Sophie is as unique as you.
ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
Your following contest on Thanksgiving Thunder is a Jay De Niro on a pole match. The rules are as follows. The competitor who can climb the pole and retrieve the contract will also retain the services of Jay De Niro. Introducing first, from Bowling Green, Kentucky, he is bigger than your boyfriend.
Hush, cut the music. I don't want to hear a sound. Hush. Referee, put a star in this ring right now. I said now. Hush. Now, just because I don't have Jay De Niro by my side right now does not mean hush. Does not mean he will not walk out of this building with me tonight after I grab that contract. So Will Austin, if you're back there and you've got a pair and you want a piece of superior Tony Evans and you want Jay De Niro, come get it.
And his opponent from Miami, Florida, the future Will Austin.
Come on, would you sit down?
Again, you are a sycophant, you are a suck-up, and you always have been.
Okay, well, I hope you get that out of your system, Josh.
Don't be wrong.
You're wrong. I have to do my job, and I wish you'd be a little more professional and do yours.
Oh, my God, and you're clapping for Will Austin?
Yes, one of our prize competitors here at OVW. I'm supporting the company.
Pond scum.
That seems rude.
I have scraped things off my shoe that are better than Will Austin.
That sounds rude and biased. Josh, which commentator is not supposed to be?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay De Niro.
Now, guys, here is a walking question mark. What does Jay De Niro want out of this? Will Austin's pitched his side. Tony Evans has been his guy for the longest time. What does Jay De Niro want in a Jay De Niro on a pole match?
To be completely honest, I am so glad that it's a contract. I was wondering how we were going to get De Niro up on top of that 20-foot pole. It would not have been comfortable, I tell you that much.
It could have been possible.
Hey, we're not doing the Judy Bagwell thing here, yo.
I would have been curious to see Jay De Niro up on the pole. It would have been visually pleasing. Look at that, Tony Evans trying to end this early.
Oh, hang on. Will Austin tried to end it here early.
These guys more focusing on their climbing skills than their wrestling skills to win this match early on.
Well, and that's the thing. You have to scale that pole. It's 20 feet from the top to the floor. Oh!
And it'd be best to get up that pole early on, as we know, once it gets hot and the sweat, and it'd be so hard to get up that pole once you get heated.
That's what she said.
There it is. Tony Evans, look at the juxtaposition of styles we're going to look at here. Though. Clearly the climbing veteran here is going to be Will Austin. Quick as a hiccup, so incredibly fast. But Tony Evans, that smash mouth style, he might beat Will Austin down to where that man can't move at his normal speed.
Well, I mean,
you know, and that's the thing. I'm sorry, Lynn, not to cut you off, but you're right. Superior Tony Evans. Oh, hang on.
Oh, see,
Will almost got up there, Brian.
Will Austin getting pulled off. And look at Jay De Niro, has not moved an inch since he came out here.
That means something else overseas.
You know, it's smash mouth style versus King of Flight.
What a drop kick to the ribs. And here's the thing, you know, superior Tony Evans, he thinks of himself almost like as a New Day Steve Austin. Right? A New Age Steve Austin, rather. And that's the thing, he doesn't care about anybody but himself getting the job done and walking out with the winner's purse at the end of the night. But tonight, there's more than just the winner's purse at stake, Brian.
And I'm glad you said that, Josh, because that exact mindset of Tony Evans is why Will Austin's been able to kind of weasel into the head of Jay De Niro, saying it's all about Tony Evans, and it should be all about you, his quote-unquote ace hole.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, it always should be about superior Tony Evans. Don't get it wrong. You know, De Niro out here at ringside, like, Tony Evans, he's the sizzle. He's the steak, baby. De Niro, though, take nothing away. He's that dope loaded mashed potato, but right now, Will Austin trying to make mashed potatoes out of the face of superior Tony Evans.
And that's
shades of Tully Blanchard with that slingshot suplex.
And here's the thing, Josh, you're absolutely right. Tony Evans, he might be the filet mignon right now, but what happens when Jay De Niro decides it's time for the loaded right hand to eat? And that's the question mark in this. Is De Niro still on Evans' side? Is he maybe leaning towards Will Austin, kind of this new attraction? Or is Jay De Niro, I mean, does he want to be a man? We don't know anymore. And that's kind of the question that Will Austin is throwing into the successful relationship of Tony Evans and Jay De Niro.
There, we saw some of that flight action there from Will Austin. Now, you know, guys, we talk about the struggle, the challenge of getting up that pole. You need that arm strength. But you also can take someone out by going after their legs, because you need your legs to get up that pole, too.
Sometimes the pole is the hardest thing. But right now, Will Austin trying to pull Tony Evans down.
I have nothing to say to you over that one. I really don't.
Over Will Austin trying to get Tony Evans? Tony Evans precarious on that top rope.
He's still up there, though.
You know, and here's the thing,
he just kicked the spin out at Tony Evans.
As much as I dislike Will Austin, I will give credit where credit's due. This young man is absolutely a technician in the ring here in OVW and one of the most solid talents that we've seen walk through the doors of Hot Point Davis Arena. However, will his arrogance cost him here tonight?
When you're that talented and handsome, you're going to have a little bit of arrogance. But Will Austin backs up every single sentence he has said. But Tony Evans, you got to say, is on the
Tony Evans had both hands up on the pole.
Tony Evans, a man who's won the OVW Heavyweight Championship at one of our biggest shows of the year as part of the Kentucky Derby Festival. What a feather in the cap it would be to Will Austin to not only take him down, to take his ace hole, to take Tony Evans down a peg.
His ace in the hole. Please say it right.
And
look at this. Evans standing on the head.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Standing on the head of Will Austin, but you could argue that Tony Evans has been standing on the shoulders of Jay De Niro for the last couple years of his career.
I mean, that's what you do for friends, but Will Austin, not caring about friendships, wanted to just take out superior Tony Evans.
You say that, but Will Austin offered to be a better friend to Jay De Niro last Thursday, saying, I can give you a better life, and that's a heavy sentence.
But how? How? Explain to me how.
Well, had Tony Evans not interrupted them, I'm sure he would have explained it. Double.
Both men right down into the cranberries.
Those stockings are hung, guys.
You mentioned the filet
Too
mignon.
soon.
More
Too
like
soon.
hitting the turducken.
Will Austin falling to the floor. Superior Tony Evans collapsing inside of the ring. You know, here's the thing. I'll sit here and make Thanksgiving puns all night long. It's what I do. However, these two men are leaving it all in the ring, and you have Jay De Niro on the outside just seething, watching along, understanding that his contract, his career is not in his own hands, but in the hands of one of these two men.
Here, Josh, and that's a scary situation when you're, look at that, Jay De Niro, Tony Evans, Will Austin, a stare-off between all three men, and This is, for lack of a better term, love triangle. And look at that. The distraction allowing Will Austin to capitalize. And Linda, I'm going to make sure you get your 10 points for turducken. That's a good reference. But look at this.
And again, see, there's the arrogance of Will Austin. Like, Will Austin doesn't know when to actually turn the next page, like turn it up, to step it up. He's so self-absorbed with everything that is involved with Will Austin being the future that he leaves himself in positions like this where he can get, screwed over by Superior Tony Evans in that situation.
Josh, bunny ears are for Looney Tunes commercials and old televisions. But I'll also ask you, do you not think Tony Evans has that exact same ego?
No, not at all. See, here's the thing. Superior Tony Evans, it's right in his name. He is superior. He is better than Will Austin.
Now who's a sycophant?
He's better than your boyfriend. He's better looking than your girlfriend, or
bigger,
however the hell it goes.
Bigger than your boyfriend, prettier than your girlfriend.
Look, here's the thing.
I've been saying it a long time. He keeps cutting us off when we try to say his intro.
I mean, that's fair, and that's not my job. That's the job of old corn dog over at ringside there.
Mr. Cornish hen.
Bagok. But that's beside the point. Oh my God, what a knee to the temple.
But you guys, you can't ignore the presence of Jay De Niro out there. Obviously a lot at stake for him. He should be out here. But how can you ignore it? I mean, it's got to be in the back of both Tony Evans and Will Austin's minds. Jay De Niro, as he normally does, plays a factor in any match he comes out to see.
And you got to wonder, does Tony Evans maybe have some, some questions about the intentions and feelings of Jay De Niro? Will Austin looking to dump Tony Evans with that reverse Death Valley driver, but Tony Evans turned into a sleeper, very back and forth, a pendulum matchup.
I mean, both men know each other so well. They've had a lot of bouts these past couple weeks, and especially a lot at line, and both vying for Jay De Niro's protection.
It's almost like they're trying to pull his soul here. It's like the man that owns that contract, Jay De Niro, owns De Niro's services, but also like everything else about him.
Will Austin, firm control of the King of the Hush division.
I think it's been a back and forth contest throughout the entire break. Hang on.
Oh,
that springboards into a cutter is Will Austin.
That took my breath away. Oh my God.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following OVW on social media, what are you doing? We have OVW Overdrive live every single week. We've got OVW Rise live every single week. Guys, it's one of the best times ever to be a fan of OVW.
And we thank you for making us a part of your Thanksgiving night.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. Austin tried to go for that springboard cutter, Brian.
Tony Evans cut. What the hell do you even call that?
I don't know, but I like it.
A suplex into a reverse Alabama slam.
Tony Evans, you gotta go for the pole, Tony.
You gotta climb the pole. You gotta pull the contract down, and that's the thing. Somebody like Superior Tony Evans with that ring awareness that he has, it's just natural instinct to try to go for the cover after something like that. But Austin, Brian, with the sleeper hold.
Yeah, 6 days a week. That maneuver would have put Will Austin away, but this is the one day a week that it is a Jay De Niro on a pole match. And Will Austin gets right back into it.
Right, I mean, to Tony Evans' defense just now, how often do you get a Jay De Niro on a pole or a contract on a pole match?
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. We came into this wondering if Jay De Niro was actually going to be placed on top of the pole. OVW management stating no, it was not a great situation. Too dangerous for everyone involved in this match. The contract now hung up there, but Will Austin trying to take all of the oxygen, take all the gas out of the body of Superior Tony Evans so that he can climb that pole and have Jay De Niro ringside.
I'll say this, though. Tony Evans, he just carried Will Austin up 2 turnbuckles while in a sleeper hold. I mean, I don't like Tony Evans. That's going to hush a lot of my demons about him. I mean, wow.
I mean, whether you like him or not, Superior Tony Evans is superior, Brian.
Well, hold on,
Get it
guys.
right.
Well, Tony Evans was down. Is this smart of Will Austin, Brian?
Is anything Will Austin
He
does
should be
smart?
going for that contract, wouldn't you think?
Guys, I think Will Austin might be banking on the fact that Jay De Niro may be on his side here. I think he's expecting a loaded right hand. Oh my, spinning back fist out of nowhere.
Hush.
Nearly knocking Will Austin out of the ring, my goodness.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Shades of OVW alumni Randy Orton there with how out of nowhere. Tony Evans just hit that spinning back fist, but he's got to capitalize. He's got to get back to his feet.
I see what you did there. I'm not mad about it.
I don't hate it either. He's got to climb, though. He's got to get up. He's got to get going.
Look at this. Superior Tony Evans and Jay De Niro. De Niro looking up almost like, hey, man, you going to get this or not? And that's the thing. You got to wonder, where's Jay De Niro's head's at? We're asking all these questions about Will Austin and Tony Evans. Superior Tony Evans. But what about the mindset of Jay De Niro?
Jay De Niro, Josh, you got to think he's been cashing bigger checks over the last couple years because of Tony Evans, but it's been at Tony Evans' success and glory. Will Austin maybe offering to share some of that success with Jay De Niro.
Wait a minute, guys. Tony Evans.
He just slapped the taste out of that man's mouth.
Oh, Tony Evans was just so close.
Will Austin hanging on to the arm, not letting superior Tony Evans make any forward momentum up that pole.
Now Evans, hold on, Tony Evans continuing the ascension here. Will Austin trying to struggle back to his feet. Oh, kick to the...
that might have been a little bit low.
I think Tony Evans' future kids got hushed there. Good Lord.
He just cracked his chestnuts.
Speaking of Thanksgiving and some mashed potatoes right there.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, Linda. I like that.
Yeah, it's a little early for a Nutcracker Christmas, but Tony Evans in serious trouble here.
Hang on. If superior Tony Evans nails this superplex to the floor, that's all but over for Will Austin.
And he would have superplexed him on top of Jay De Niro, who has not moved an inch, guys. His career hangs on the balance, and Jay De Niro still is a statue.
Shot across the jaw there from Will Austin to superior Tony Evans. Evans trying to fight him away, and he understands. And here's the thing, guys. Being a second at ringside, being someone out there at ringside to try to help one of your friends, your benefactors, whatever, you know, it does something different to you. It makes you... Oh my God! What a Spanish fly out of Will Austin!
Wow!
Will Austin showing you what he's willing to do, fighting tooth and now going hell for leather in this Jay De Niro on a pole match, and Tony Evans immobile.
Well, Tony Evans immobile, but Will Austin clutching at that left ankle, that left shin.
Very risky maneuver, and right now might cost Will Austin right now, heavily favoring that left ankle.
Look, and the point I was trying to make with all of that was someone like Jay De Niro wants to get the most money wherever he can. The question is, does he have any sort of loyalty, any sort of friendship with superior Tony Evans? Because, Brian, you said it best. And look at this.
Oh.
Evans going right after that ankle, going to the ankle lock.
Talk about insult to injury on that ankle. Oh, wow.
Will Austin enough in the tank to kick off Tony Evans. Evans right back in the attack, a big elbow.
That was beautiful out of superior Tony Evans. Just absolutely cuts Will Austin down. And Evans is going to have to climb. Hang on.
Oh, my. Oh.
Will Austin, German suplex off the second.
Oh,
how much did that take out of Will Austin? Tony Evans crumbling. Will Austin, hold on. He's starting to ascend, guys. Tony Evans down. This might be it, Will Austin. Might be changing the course of Jay De Niro's career right here.
Look at this.
Flight.
He's right there. He's got it.
Oh, my God.
Here is your winner, retaining the services of Jay De Niro, Will Austin.
What?
Wow.
It's the end of an era, but Will Austin has got one hell of an insurance policy.
Whoa.
Look at Jay De Niro.
De Niro now in the services of Will Austin. That, with the king of flight with the loaded right hand in his corner, he might be unstoppable.
Speaking of loaded glove.
No, hang on. We've seen this. The right hand of doom going on, and Jay De Niro going to lay out superior Tony Evans for Will Austin here.
Oh! What? Jay De Niro says, damn the rules of the match. Turn it on Will Austin.
Jay De Niro laying out Will Austin.
The look of bewilderment also in Tony Evans' eyes, but now we see a smile and some love there.
Superior Tony Evans somehow, some way, walking away victorious even with the loss.
Hush.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
90% of natural sleep aids don't work. Most remedies make bold claims, but never measure their real impact. Meet Sophie, the natural plant-based spray that does. Sophie isn't one size fits all. It experiments with different plant extracts to find what works for you. Paired with an app and machine learning, Sophie learns to optimize your sleep, because not all plants work the same for everyone. Sophie is as unique as you.
What are you doing? This is my space.
Got you some chocolates. And you've just been working really hard, and
I know.
I can't believe nobody's done it yet, but thought you deserved a sweet treat, so please enjoy. They're the best. They're hazelnut, so please enjoy.
Ferrero Rocher, 50 count.
The following contest is a 2-on-1 handicap match. Introducing first, representing the Revolution, Battleborn, Leo Fox, and the World Heavyweight Radio Champion, Shannon the Dude.
Shannon the Dude and Leo Fox coming out here. I didn't think I could respect Shannon the Dude any less. And then turned it on the one man who actually showed him the time of day around here.
Now he's got that new radio
God, I can't
title.
stand Shannon the Douche.
And their opponent from Montgomery, Alabama, Adam Revolver.
Oh, and look at this. Adam Revolver immediately making a beeline for Shannon. And Battleborn Leo Fox just cuts him off, Brian.
You guys, you got to think this is a handicap match. Shannon and Leo Fox versus Adam Revolver. Oh, man, suplex. You got to wonder how much Shannon the Dude's actually going to be involved in this matchup.
God, I hope all of it. Oh, and look at this. Shannon now begging for the tag while Revolver is on the canvas.
You know, guys, I still have mixed feelings about Adam Revolver, given not just my history, but our history with him. But I can't blame him for wanting to go right after Shannon, that scuzz bucket.
I mean, Adam Revolver put me in a sleeper hold and took me out of work for a week. So I'm not a huge fan of the guy.
I've managed Adam Revolver a couple of times. I like him. He's not a bad dude.
Of course you do. All right. That's surprising. It's a match like in a fire. Wow.
We drink the same whiskey.
Shannon the Dude, though, it's just reprehensible on all levels. I mean, the man you thought he won had some affinity for, some loyalty to, and Adam Revolver and Shannon showing they were.
Wait a second. The ineffective offense from Shannon the Douche, not doing much to Adam Revolver, and Revolver giving chase, but oh, look at that quick tag. I don't think Revolver realizes that Shannon not the legal man. Leo Fox is, and Fox just clears his clock with that back elbow.
So Leo Fox telling Shannon to get out of the way there.
I mean, you guys, what an impressive start Battleborn Leo Fox has made since stepping to the ropes of an OVW ring. I mean, fresh to OVW, aligning with the Revolution in just days of entering Hot Point Davis Arena. And I understand to an extent Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I understand to a point you want to align yourself with a group, and perhaps there was a purse as part of the align with the Revolution, but it doesn't make my feelings for Leo Fox any much better.
Well, you know, here's the thing, Leo Fox, I cannot blame him for what he did. He came in here, he took an opportunity to get himself on worldwide television every single week by joining up with the Revolution. You know, someone like Battleborn Leo Fox is someone that I would have scouted for the LOB back in the day, Brian.
I mean, Josh, I said earlier, Doug Basham has not done a bad job of putting together an army. And when you look at Leo Fox, the man's got every tool in the shed to be a champion here in OVW.
Bro, he's got an easy E tattoo. He's good in my book.
And that's the ironic part of this is he's got that easy E tattoo, that easy E tattoo, the NWA and their famous stance against the police. And now, Leo Fox joining the Revolution, which is essentially the system, the police here at OVW.
Well,
that was my ringtone for the longest time.
You know,
He's my alarm.
Since Leo Fox joining the Revolution, he knows
And look at this, Shannon teeing off on the midsection of Adam Revolver as Leo Fox holds him in the corner. Referee Charlie McKenzie.
At some point, you know, Leo Fox has said, give me that gold since joining the Revolution. Thanks, Josh. Thank you. Thanks, Josh. Oh!
Just like Adam Revolver shut down Leo Fox 2 times.
Wow! Shannon! Oh my God, he missed that! Wow!
Oh, and look at this. Shannon the douche like a fly in the ointment after the match is over.
Shannon smartly weaseling his way through the ropes.
How Shannon, you know, this is going to come to a head sooner rather than later. Adam Revolver will get his hands on Shannon the douche. I would almost guarantee.
Wait
oh my God!
Holy
No. What? The man who knows Shannon the douche maybe better than anybody.
Hold on.
Jesse freaking Goddard.
Mr. Spectacular is back inside the Davis Arena.
Straight from the House of Villains to OVW.
Oh, pecs are popping, baby. Wait. Look at that bicep and Shannon understanding how much Jesse Goddard has cared for him in the past. And now, wait a minute.
Hold on. He's got a handful of Shannon's hair.
Goddard's allowing Shannon to get away. Sending him into Revolver.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Welcome back and thank you.
I never thought I'd be this happy to see Jesse Goddard in the Davis Arena.
My insides are in turmoil. I'm happy to see Jesse. I'm happy to throw Shannon back in. I'm happy Revolver's going to get his hands on him.
Well, and look at this. Leo Fox with the sneak attack from behind. Goddard's, though, quickly into the ring. And look at this. Jesse not missing a step. And the OVW faithful love him.
Spectacular is back. And with an agenda, dropping Shannon the dude into the ring with Adam, dropping Leo Fox with the clothesline.
The pecs are still popping. Popping Leo Fox, too.
Huge clothesline there, almost decapitating Leo Fox. We haven't seen Jesse Goddard in the Davis Arena in how long? It's months, Brian.
I'm feeling spectacular, guys.
OVW presents Thanksgiving Thunder.
Folks, welcome to this hour of Thanksgiving Thunder. We have action lined up from top to bottom, and guys, they're about to beat the stuffing out of each other.
That they absolutely are. OVW's Thanksgiving Thunder. It is a November tradition. And Linda, I can't be any happier.
Oh my goodness, you guys. The main event tonight, that gentleman's agreement match between Tony Gunn and Cal Hero. Cannot wait for that one.
Let's get into it, folks. It's time for the Gobble Knocker.
Really?
The following contest is a triple threat match. Introducing first from the streets. She is the blue shadowless Patty of OVW, Hollywood Haley J.
Anytime Hollywood Haley J steps foot inside the Hot Point Davis Arena, the fans are loving it. Hey, you know what, Brian? You and I always jam out to Haley's music. I must say, it brings a smile to my face.
From Chicago, Illinois, the original diva, Crystal White.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. You know, we're opening up hour 2 of Thanksgiving Thunder with triple threat women's action. And the original diva, Crystal White, wanting to show that she's more than a Von Rockette here at OVW.
And their opponent from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Sophia Rose.
Speaking of bringing smile to the faces of everyone here, Sophia Rose, no doubt, each and every time gets the crowd going and cheering and smiling. Wow, every time, every time.
Without a doubt, the Wisconsin wonder herself, Sophia Rose. Again, you know, here's the thing. Crystal White wanting to make a name for herself here in the OVW Women's Division against a former multi-time women's champion like Hollywood Haley J. Hang on.
Oh.
Haley with the roll-up, and Crystal breaks up. And you got to think Sophia Rose, she wants to throw her name into that hat. She wants to be considered for an OVW Women's Championship match. And Linda, what would that mean to someone like Sophia Rose?
It would mean everything. Sophia Rose, once in tag team action, now in singles action, and now just growing and making a bigger name for herself to get into that contendership for the women's title.
Haley with that reverse meteor. Oh, and shiny laser. That might be enough right here.
Oh.
Sophia in tried to break it up, but Crystal White with the wherewithal to kick out.
I'll say this, though. I think Sophia getting in distracted the referee and allowed that count to go a little bit longer as well. Now, you guys, you mentioned Sophia Rose, Crystal White.
Oh!
Wow, what a face buster. Oh, my God.
2 count only, says referee Charlene McKenzie. See Crystal White come in and break that up.
And what a huge opportunity for Crystal White, the original diva, to really show how dominant she can be as a singles contender. You know what, Josh, you mentioned before, Crystal showing us that she's more than just a Von Rockette. Crystal's, she's a veteran of the game.
So right to the mat.
Oh.
Haley
so
J.
close to getting the victory there, but Hollywood Haley J saving the match for herself.
These women came to compete tonight. They're beating the hell out of each other. I love it. Big super kick there from Crystal, dropping Haley, but
beating more than the cream of mushroom soup for that casserole. Oh!
No, I'm allergic, yo. Don't use cream mushroom. Use cream
hold on, roll up
Wait,
here. I don't want to forget the reference, but I can't miss the roll up. 2 count there. Haley J right back on the attack. Their former women's champion rolling up Crystal White here.
Oh.
Cover here.
Oh, non-stop action here tonight to kick off this hour of Thanksgiving Thunder.
When you got to think the OVW Board of Directors watching this match exceedingly closely, wondering who will be the next person that is going to face JRod. And it very well might be Crystal White.
We've seen Crystal face JRod before, and I'd love to see them go one-on-one again. And so many quick pin attempts. There's more pin attempts in this matchup than there were awkward conversations at my family Thanksgiving.
Well, hold on, guys. Remember, JRod is facing Freya, the Slayer, tonight. So before we move forward and see which of these women will face JRod, they might be facing Freya.
Right. They might be facing Freya, and that's the thing, you know, the OVW Women's Championship match later tonight. Oh, hang on.
Oh!
What a cutter out of Hollywood Haley J.
Haley knows how to get the job done. Here we go, pin attempt.
And that's the thing, you know, any of these 3 women, they are more than happy to face either JRod or Freya.
Oh! Double down. Both women feeling the momentum, kicking for the fences.
Wiping each other out.
Haley and Sophia both down. Crystal White starting to get to her feet, though, here, Linda.
Yeah, right now, it's a game to see who will get on their feet first and get the advantage right now in this triple threat match.
Incredible way to kick off this hour of Thanksgiving Thunder. These ladies beating the dressing out of each other, as you called it earlier, Linda. Look at that. Sophia and Haley working together against the Urban Heiress.
Oh, right now, with the triple threat match, I mean, it's really every woman for herself. But right now, both Sophia and Haley teaming up to try to take Crystal down. Wait a minute. Oh, a high-risk maneuver. Are we going to see this, Brian?
We almost saw Sophia and Haley trying to eliminate Crystal White there. And Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes in a triple threat, it helps to break it down to a one-on-one, get rid of one of the competitors.
No, you're absolutely right. It really does. And Crystal White, hang on. Crystal, what's she going for? Oh, Crystal looking for a power driver? Maybe? No!
She means business. Good Lord.
Sophia Rose drops her and drop kick right to the back.
Sophia Rose feeling it right now. Haley feeling the ankle of Sophia, hanging her up.
And hang on, Haley J coming back into the ring and like a guillotine leg drop to the back of the neck, and look at this. Neck breaker using the middle rope for assistance.
What damage has that done to Crystal White?
Hollywood Haley J wants to put her name next against who is going to face the OVW Women's Champion.
Oh my Lord!
But Sophia Rose with that boot.
Where did Haley go?
Hang on. Sophia Rose got it.
Here's your winner, Sophia Rose.
Sophia Rose rose to the occasion here, guys.
Yeah, I can't say anything more than that, Brian. You're absolutely right. Pun intended or not.
I see you like the chocolates.
Yeah, they're delicious. And, well, I found this bear, too. And he's so cute.
Is the shirt a giveaway?
Well, I knew it wasn't from Doug because it's not leather.
That's true.
But anyway, the revolution is down the line, equal. We have the same intentions. You cannot break us, okay? You will not sway me.
I respect that.
Down the line.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. the unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Say it. Freya has always had a bad attitude, but she's unrecognizable as a blade.
I mean, I just looked into the eyes of Freya. She is my friend. She saved me when JRod attacked me in the ring. I'm saying attack because I was put on the spot in that match by Miss Gannon. But Freya, I know she can do this in this fight against the champion.
Am I doing the right revolution thing, Brian? Is that it?
Put the finger down. Put the finger down. That's the wrong. It's two fingers, and that's the wrong finger.
Oh, well.
I know you don't like JRod, Josh. I understand that. But I will say you have to respect how she is as an athlete.
Oh, of course.
She's
very talented.
I will respect her athletic ability.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Were you the one put into the ring and left for the attack?
You think she's cute, don't you?
Let's go ahead and let's answer these piece by piece. I didn't tell you to go in there.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the OVW Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Fairbanks, Alaska. She is the Queen of the North, Freya the Slayer. And her opponent representing the Revolution. She's from Nashville, Tennessee. The OVW Women's Champion. The Ultimate Athlete, JRod.
All right, come on, just get out of there and let these women fight. We saw last week they wanted to tear each other apart.
They still do tonight.
Without a doubt, and here's the thing, the OVW Women's Championship is on the line in this contest, and you hear a pretty partial Davis Arena, and I'm on their side, Brian.
And I get it. Freya the Slayer is a woman who's come out here and said what she wanted, and there's an attraction in that.
I mean, Freya the Slayer, multi-time women's champion.
But
look at this. This is going to be a hockey fight.
Because you got to respect someone like JRod, though, who came in here, kicked the door down, took the women's championship, and has been reigning over the division for a while. I mean, everything on the line here tonight against two incredibly top-of-their-game competitors.
Well, and that's the thing, though. You know, JRod walks through the door, wins the OVW Women's Championship, and is basically just, you know, Doug Basham's hand-picked champion. And Freya, you know, taking a little bit of a disrespect out of that, and I don't blame her. I would too. Freya, a multi-time champion, like you just said, Linda.
Right.
You know, this is a division that belongs to her.
But I mean, you gotta respect. I mean, Linda, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you're stuck in the middle here with Josh and I, but with JRod,
how's that
she came in here. We're on different sides of this. I mean, I respect the hell out of Freya, but I don't think JRod just is a hand-picked champion. She's defended that championship, beating the Cranberries out of half the OVW Women's division.
Wait, Brian. Unless you are completely aligned with the Revolution, you have to root for Freya. She's Team OVW. She wants to bring the gold back, not just for her, but for all of us. And right now, I am cheering absolutely for Freya.
You know, and that's something, Linda, you and I agree on, and I think that JRod, you know, she waltzed through the door. She got the OVW Women's Champion thanks to
Leather Daddy Doug.
but Freya has been here. She's been in the trenches. She knows what it takes, and she will beat JRod from pillar to post to win the OVW Women's Championship. But Shane Chess reminding her of the rules, Brian.
Freya trying to beat JRod until she is a part of the post, held a pillar to the post. But you're absolutely right. The only reason that stops is because the referee got in the way and said, hey, I'm going to have to stop this match if you don't stop. And Freya, while she wants to win, you know she wants to take that women's championship away from JRod in the Revolution as well for that extra sting.
I mean,
that she does, and now just choking Freya on the rope, Linda.
I was going to say, this isn't just for the gold, not just for the title. It is a grudge match between these two ladies. They hate each other's guts. And just like before, you guys, cheering 100% for Freya. Not only is Freya my dear friend, but she also saved me again when JRod almost took me out in the ring. And then, Brian, yes, sure, I didn't necessarily have to go in the ring, but you sure as heck didn't stop me.
I told you not to.
But
if you had asked, I would have given you brass knuckles. They're in my pocket. I always have them.
And I learned it from Steve. Sometimes it's okay to run. And Linda, I told you didn't have to get in the ring, but JRod now, Freya did have to get in the ring. It's the OVW Women's Championship on the line. And Freya getting choked up, and look at that, right back to her feet, showing JRod, I'm not scared of you.
That just straight up pissed Freya off. Let's call it what it is. And you're seeing it now. The rage from Freya the Slayer into the face of JRod.
Look at those forearms, good God.
Hey, Linda, I have to ask, you know, the women's locker room, what has the atmosphere been like? I understand that neither one of these women can be in the locker room at the same time.
I mean, you'd have to separate them with a brick wall.
I
said if you, well, I'm saying you would have to. Obviously, I mean, this is a fight between these two ladies. The hatred for one another, the physicality, the brutality, if you will, Josh. These two women want to put upon each other.
That is exactly what these two women want to do. And look at this, though, Freya stopping the onslaught from JRod. Even if just momentarily, JRod possibly rocked those forearm shots. And now Freya sizes her up.
Gosh, with those shots.
It's like having a glacier land on you.
I mean, I can't tell. Is this an OVW ring or an MMA cage?
I don't know, but Freya trying to do as much damage as possible, Brian, to OVW Women's Champion, JRod.
JRod been an absolute juggernaut in the OVW Women's Division since her debut. Freya may be the only competitor in the Women's Division that can go power for power with JRod.
Forearm strikes to the chest here, and I think you're absolutely right. You know, Freya the Slayer, one of those powerful women we've seen in OVW since, let's just say, Beth Phoenix. Let's be honest here.
That's right, Josh. I mean, that's quite the comparison there, and quite an honor to be compared to the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. And, you know, Freya the Slayer making her own name here at OVW. Again, multi-time women's champion, a fan favorite here. Again, my dear friend, showing her spirit that she bleeds OVW blood.
Freya the star of the Ghost Agents graphic novel that's out right now, folks. And that just shows you how much the OVW faithful love her, that they made a comic book based around this woman. And now sending JRod to the outside, beating the ink out of JRod. Freya absolutely on fire right now. JRod in serious trouble. You got to think Doug Basham somewhere backstage biting his nails.
I mean,
I don't know if he does that. That's my thing.
He probably does. It doesn't shock me if he does.
His toenails, though, because Doug's weird. But look at that. JRod finding
Leather Daddy Doug nails. I'm not sure if I want to put that comparison together, but right now, I thought full momentum was with Freya, but JRod bringing it right back to Freya.
JRod bringing it right back to Freya, and that's the thing. This is so back and forth. These women so evenly matched. I got to tell you, I think it's going to come down to a mistake. I think it's going to come down to someone misstepping and then the training kicking in and someone capitalizing. I don't think this is going to be a straight-up, easy, definitive victory.
Perhaps somebody slipping. That could be the deciding factor.
Look at this. It looks like JRod's possibly going for a Cobra clutch there. Freya fighting out of it.
She's punching her in the neck, not fighting out of it. She's punching that woman in the throat, Josh.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'd do.
Good Lord.
Don't look at me like that, Linda. You give them the old Tracy Smothers and you keep going.
I've never been punched in the throat with a fist.
I can make that happen.
No, Josh, I don't want that, but JRod had no choice. Good God. Woo-wee. All right, these women are fighting, guys. The match is winning out the window. This is a fight.
Well, and you're right. And that's the thing. These women, they understand the history, the lineage of the OVW Women's Championship. People like ODB, Beth Phoenix, Serena Deeb. Tons of women have held this championship and gone on to great things. And JRod wants to be that next person, but Freya trying to take that away from her here tonight, just like she's trying to take away her championship.
That Cobra clutch locked in deep. Look at her ragdolling JRod.
Freya turning the tables there on our women's champion.
We're supposed to be impartial, but I'm not. Do it, Freya.
Yeah, Freya.
Take her out.
This crowd cheering on Freya, but I think it's incensing. JRod, look at that, the ultimate athlete turning around.
I mean, just listen to this audience firmly behind Freya, just like you and I, Josh.
Without a doubt, and that's the thing, Freya the Slayer has to keep momentum going. JRod trying to switch gears on her here, take a little bit of that forward momentum away from Freya to bring it to herself. And you got to think the OVW faithful, Brian, they're trying to rally Freya behind the cause.
You're absolutely right, Josh, because this is not just a matchup for pride. The OVW Women's Championship on the line, and you mentioned so many luminaries on that list earlier. Even throw Mickie James on that list, someone that I have a lot of admiration for. And these women know that. They're both on that same list, but I think Freya takes it a lot more seriously. To your point, Josh, she understands the lineage, the pride in being OVW Women's Champion.
Both of these women want to absolutely chisel their name into the history of OVW. And Freya showing it here, showing why she's been a women's champion before, Brian.
Freya, look at that melee shades of Steve Austin, who's peeked his head into OVW, laying into JRod. Freya has this crowd in a tizzy, and if she can gather that energy, feed off that energy, we have a women's champion right now.
Freya the Slayer, one of the most dominant women in OVW women division in God knows how long, but JRod trying to show that she's no slouch, she's no flash in the pan. Freya, though, depositing her up on that top rope, and you gotta wonder, Brian, or Linda, what does Freya have in store?
She has a beatdown in store. Sorry, I was distracted, but
that was there.
Oh man, you guys, JRod's feet are tied up there.
Tree of woe for JRod.
Bad place to be. You get those feet hooked up. It's so hard to get out of that corner. It's hard to get out of that turnbuckle. Freya! Freya tried to go for the avalanche, but nobody home.
JRod maybe goaded Freya in there, making Freya make a mistake.
It's a possibility.
We call JRod the ultimate athlete, but she is the complete athlete, guys. She's got power, she's got speed, she's got strategy.
Yeah,
so
that right
Freya.
there was a kick to the ribs from JRod.
So does Freya, Brian.
I'm not saying she doesn't, but JRod was doing some
Dude,
positive
you're just
things.
trying to be nice to them because they beat you up.
No one has
If
ever
you
beat
don't.
me up, Josh. I run.
People
JRod,
like me put people like you in lockers in high school. Just get over it.
I've never been in a locker, Josh. I'm a fast runner. I was on the track team, but right now,
wait a minute.
JRod needs to run from Freya. Because Freya has her ready for that chokeslam, Linda.
Oh my goodness, Freya getting
JRod managed to get out, went for that termination, Dustman. Hot shot, Freya, throw first to that top rope.
JRod getting some much needed distance, some desperation, separation, if you will.
JRod scouting that way to turn things around. Oh my goodness. Freya just down to one knee. Oh, Freya's back up on both feet, but Freya the Slayer, again, multi-time OVW Women's Champion. That never say die attitude. I firmly believe she can come back from that.
Look at the power, though, of JRod picking up Freya like she doesn't weigh anything and driving her straight down to the center of the canvas.
Josh, I can hear the inflection in your voice. JRod's shrink was impressive. I'm not saying she's a good person. She's a piece of trash, but she's an incredible competitor.
I mean,
Don't tell her I
said
said the first part.
Oh, no, I'm totally telling her you said
Look at that JRod screaming in the face of Freya, showing animosity.
Well, verbal assault, not just physical assault, but again, these two. Oh, wait a minute, you guys.
Hold on. She's the Queen of Hearts, I think, is coming up, Linda.
Oh, my.
There's the chop, wait for the axe kick, and it's gonna be off with her.
Oh, no. JRod out. snapping her over the top.
Wow, what a match between these two talented ladies.
I told you, Doug Basham knows how to build one hell of an army.
And both talented, but I'm telling you, I will say it, I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I am rooting for Freya. Come on, Freya, let's get that gold back to Team OVW.
I'm not going to say I'm biased or unbiased, but I'm going to say I'm enjoying watching these two incredibly talented women beat the hell out of each other for this capacity crowd at Thanksgiving Thunder at Hot Point Davis Arena.
That they have. What a match! So much on the line, so much does it mean. It means so much to both women to get that gold. Keep that gold in the case of JRod, but Freya, again, being a multi-time women's champion here, so close at bringing it back to her waist.
You know, and that's the thing. When you have someone like Freya the Slayer that has been a multi-time women's champion here, she knows what it takes to get to the top.
Oh,
but
wait.
look at this, the power of JRod.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, what a power bomb.
Yeah.
That has got to be it.
Almost through the damn mat.
Oh,
What?
But Freya somehow is able to kick out Brian.
How the hell did Freya the Slayer find something so down deep to kick out of that hellacious powerbomb?
I felt it all the way up here. Oh, my goodness.
Freya felt it up here, down there, everywhere.
JRod grabbing the belt. She's got to be careful here. You obviously cannot retain that title with a disqualification.
No, you can't, but at the same time, you know, you got to wonder, is Freya trying to do anything she can to do damage to JRod to maybe soften her up if she's not able to take the women's championship? But wait a second.
Oh!
Good Lord!
Wow!
What a forearm!
The referee stopping JRod from using that championship, and that distraction now allowing Freya to capitalize, taking over the women's champion.
Oh!
Freya the Slayer in firm control, and JRod is in trouble.
Freya feeling it. Can she capitalize right here? Come on, Freya. Oh!
Freya got that termination to set up.
Going for that ride, baby!
And there she goes. Nothing survives after termination does.
Freya standing tall over a fallen women's champion. Why the hell is she not pinning her, though?
I have no idea.
Freya, go for the pin. Freya,
No,
I understand
Freya.
you do not like JRod, but come on, Freya!
Freya, that's the thing. You know, don't lose your cool. Don't screw this up. You could once again be.
Oh, Freya!
You had every opportunity. Why did you do that?
Freya, her own worst enemy. What the hell?
Winner as a result of a disqualification, and still OVW Women's Champion, JRod.
Freya had it. She had it. She was bringing it home.
So much hatred for JRod, you guys. Freya not just laying that title on Freya, she laid the spit down on her, too.
I wanted to give you these before we went out. It's going to be chaotic and stressful and all sorts of things, and the matches too. That's
You know, you're really sweet, Cal. But I'm with the Revolution and with Doug and down the line, okay?
I love that.
But I appreciate it. Like, no one's ever done this for me.
They
You're
haven't?
So sweet.
How can they not?
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
90% of natural sleep aids don't work. Most remedies make bold claims, but never measure their real impact. Meet Sophie, the natural plant-based spray that does. Sophie isn't one size fits all. It experiments with different plant extracts to find what works for you. Paired with an app and machine learning, Sophie learns to optimize your sleep, because not all plants work the same for everyone. Sophie is as unique as you.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now. And now, Hot Point presents the toughest moment of the night.
We have 3 judges watching this match. Tony, you get to pick your first judge. Who would you like that to be, Tony?
My first pick is gonna be Leather Daddy Dog.
And since I am the first judge, I get to pick the next Miss Gannon. Because I'm fair, you get to pick the 3rd judge. Take your time. I don't care. You're not even going to make it to Tuesday. We don't care who you pick.
My God, are you kidding me? Shotgun Tony Gunn walking out here like he's Mike Tyson.
I can't tell if this means he's taking it serious or he's taking a piss out of it.
I mean,
same, but oh, look at that. Ken Shamrock Gunn there.
This is a gentleman's agreement match, you guys. Sure what it entails. I'm confused now what it fully entails.
I am too, but here's the thing. This gentleman's agreement rules match. Oh, hang on.
Bringing that fighting spirit to Davis Arena tonight. It will take it won't take anything to stop Cal Hero from facing off against his former friend, his former mentor, his former brother, that being Tony Gunn.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Shotgun Tony Gunn flanked at ringside by members of the Revolution. Cal out here by himself, and you see Leather Daddy Doug and Katie Gannon at ringside. The question is, who is the 3rd judge? for this gentleman's
Ladies and
rules
gentlemen,
match.
the following contest is your main event of Thanksgiving Thunder. This contest will be fought under gentlemen's agreement rules, which are as follows. There will be 3 5-minute rounds, and after each round, a 90-second rest period. There will be 3 judges judging each contestant on a 10-point scale. The match can only be won by pinfall, submission, or judge's decision. Excuse me, the referee has informed me only knockout, submission, or the judge's decision. No pinfalls.
And speaking of judge's decision, I only see 2 judges out here. And since you are not competent enough to pick one, I will pick one for you.
Wait a minute. Oh my God! Cash Flow is back in Hot Point Davis Arena!
Judge number 3, Cash Flow!
That is one hell of a judge!
Wow! What a pick to be the 3rd judge in this match!
There's one man you can trust to stand up to the Revolution. I'll be damned if you're not looking at him. Cash Flow.
Cash Flow making his return here, always making a huge impact here inside Davis Arena. The crowd loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm always happy to see Cash Flow in Hot Point Davis Arena. And you got to think Cash Flow, he will be impartial in this, which you got to think, Leather Daddy Doug and Katie Gannon at ringside are not going to be impartial in any way, shape, or form.
If anything, I think that police cap on Leather Daddy Doug here is going to inhibit his vision, but what do I know?
Oh, has he been a Blue Dolphin? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Wait, one of you guys, both men going at it right now. Remember, to get the win, you have to get that knockout. Look at that strike there by Cal. Yeah, Cal.
Cal stuck the mouthpiece on Tony Gunn.
Wow.
Tony Gunn coming out here almost making a farce of this whole thing, and now Cal here letting you know this is anything but a farce, and you need to take this seriously.
Oh. You guys, I've seen Cal grow up not just here inside Hot Point Davis Arena, but back home in Wisconsin. He will go to no limits to get back on top and to get that victory against Tony Gunn.
Oh, look at this Cal. Des Precious raining down blows. Good God, I can't even call it.
This is Tony Gunn, a man who helped shape the career of Cal Hero, helped shape the psyche of Cal Hero.
Exactly.
Now on the other end of Cal Hero's fury, and Tony Gunn's going to be wondering, maybe I should have taught him everything.
Dude, honestly, that's why it screwed me up so bad, because Cal Hero and Tony Gunn, they've had their differences in the past. However, the 2 of them formed almost a mentor-mentee relationship here in OVW. And now Tony's signing with the Revolution,
right.
Linda.
I was going to say, that was ruined by Tony's decision to align with the enemies, to turn his back on the OVW faithful. His family, he turned on them to join Leather Daddy Dog, as you say.
Leather Daddy Dog.
Now,
You gotta do it
but
right.
you know what? Cal Hero came in to fight. And again, no doubt he can lay it in on Tony Gunn and get the victory in this gentleman agreements match.
12-6 elbows and then a running knee strike to the temple, Brian. Cal just wilting back into the ring.
Talking about 12-6, let's talk about noon earlier today where Cal Hero took Katie Gannon to lunch. I mean, guys, I got a lot of questions about what the hell is happening there. A bear and chocolates. Cal Hero.
Oh, look at that. Cal sidestepping Gunn.
I know good guys love bad girls, but good Lord. I got questions. And I need to have a talk with this kid. I mean, there's been some bad relationships.
No. No talks need to be had with Cal Hero. We've seen the viciousness and violence out of Cal Hero as he fights exceedingly hard to defend the honor of OVW against Shotgun Tony Gunn and the Revolution.
Remember, you guys, the strategy in this match is to win via knockout or submission. They're not looking to pin anybody in this match. You're really just trying to knock out your opponent or make them submit. Pretty much just laying out your opponent, simply put.
And folks, if you watched the Overdrive pre-show, you heard Cal Hero make a declaration. Tony Gunn, I'm gonna knock you out.
Well, and that's the thing, you know what? In situations like this, against people like this, when you have this type of personal rivalry, for lack of a better term, you're swinging for the fences every time. You want to lay them out and have them looking at the lights here at Hot Point Davis Arena. And Tony Gunn showing you that right there with that straight left hand.
Right, I brought up how Cal Hero's in for a fight. So is Tony Gunn. He's got that fighting gear. He's ready to give it to Cal Hero too. Of course, I'm cheering for my pal Cal in this match.
You know, you're absolutely right, Linda. Cal needs to kick it into another gear here against Shotgun Tony Gunn. Because, Brian, we all know how dangerous Gunn can be when backed into a corner.
You're absolutely right. Tony Gunn is a veteran in professional wrestling. Knows every trick of the trade, but also knows every inch of the human body and how to do the most damage. Cal Hero, the man of fighting off of intuition, off of heart, off of determination. And I gotta say, again, maybe a little adoration with Katie Gannon. I still don't really know what's going on with Cal and Katie Gannon. The Cal, again, to quote LL Cool J said, to paraphrase LL Cool J, instead of Mama said knock you out, the crowd said knock you out. And Cal Hero fighting for the OVW audience here tonight.
Well, that is exactly what Cal Hero is doing. He is fighting, for the honor of OVW, for the OVW faithful. Punch to the temple there from Gunn.
But going back to Cal here, let's see if he can get back up on his feet right now.
Final 10 seconds of the round.
5, 4,
first round
3,
over.
2, 1.
That is the end of round 1.
Round 1 over. There will be a break between the matches. This is a gentleman's agreement matchup, a 90-second, Brian, rest period between the two matches. Excuse me, between the rounds.
You're right. You're seeing the corner teams coming out. The Revolution in the corner of Tony Gunn. Cal Hero can't even get to his corner where OVW staff is waiting with water, ice, a stool.
I want to go up there and be in Cal's corner. I know I have to do my job. I know I have to be here at the table, but this is something different. We haven't seen a gentleman's agreement match, I mean, to my recollection since being here at OVW.
It's been a very, very long time, but since we've had this type of matchup at OVW. But Linda, I think you're absolutely right. You know, it must be harder for you than anyone else to watch Cal Hero in this situation against someone that he considered a mentor, a friend, almost like a big brother. So you've known this young man since birth.
Yes.
So what does it mean to him to have someone like Tony Gunn, a teacher, turn on him?
I mean, it's a heartbreak. Someone who really took you in since coming down to Louisville. I mean, to grow not just your wrestling career, but remember, Cal, he moved down here at such a young age. He looked at Tony Gunn as a mentor, and to have your mentor, again, your friend, your brother, turn on you.
Here we go.
Devastating.
Round 2 starting, and guys, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out how much Katie Gannon was giving goo-goo eyes at Cal Hero in the corners. He's recovering, waved at the young man.
Right, I've forgotten about what I've seen before.
Look, he's a handsome young man, okay? All the ladies want him. I'm not judging it.
I'd go on a second date with Cal, sure. And Tony Gunn backing down Cal Hero to kick off this second round matchup. But guys, between the rounds, Katie Gannon on the outside making goo-goo eyes at Cal Hero. And you got to think, the bear, the chocolates, the lunch. I mean, something has gotten into the psyche of Katie Gannon.
I don't think you understand the bear terminology, but we'll just leave it at that. Tony Gunn taking on Cal Hero here, and you're right, Katie Gannon eyeing up Ooh, Cal Hero, and this young man, you know, carving his own way in the professional wrestling business. The help that Tony Gunn gave him early in his career is now being used against him, Linda.
It's just crazy. I can't imagine what Cal's going through when you have somebody who you called one of your best friends turning their back on you, and somebody that has aligned with the enemy. You guys, we cannot forget, we have Leather Daddy Doug. Did I do that right?
You gotta have a higher pitch.
Okay, Leather Daddy Doug.
Daddy Doug.
Miss Gannon also at ringside. I mean, who knows? They can perhaps break the law and help out.
Gunn misses that shot in the corner on Hero. Hero's smart enough to roll out of the way, Linda.
Right, but I was saying that Cal, he brought in Cash Flow as the third judge in this match. If this does go down by decision, at least we have somebody who Cal is aligned with that can help work in his favor.
And here's the thing, it's not even so much about alignment, it's about fairness, and that is exactly what Cash Flow brings to the table in this situation where Cal Hero is being kind of, almost taken advantage of by the Revolution with Doug Basham and Katie Gannon out here. But Cal, no slouch, he will do anything he can to win this matchup, not taking to the judges, but Gunn quickly into that submission hold.
Brian, I hate to say it, but Katie, just see the smirk on Katie's face. Was that meant for Tony or for Cal?
Cheering for Cal or Tony, like Katie Gannon, a question mark in this matchup. And, I mean, I got a lot of questions for Cal, and I think I need to call the kid.
Don't call him a kid.
Look, I've dated a bunch of bowling alley girls, and I'm worried the Cal Hero might be going down the wrong alley, no pun intended.
Mine were just resets, but that's beside the point.
I'm just saying, you start dating a girl who has a blue jean vest and she starts smoking cigarettes, you think it's cool, but it's not, and Cal Hero might be making a mistake.
Tony Gunn raking the ass of Cal Hero there, and Tony doing anything he can to channel his...
Wait a minute!
Inner kid Shamrock, but Cal! Got him! Cal's got him hooked! Got a crossface! Crippler crossface by Cal Hero! If he continues to reach back, Brian, he could break that man's neck.
You saw Tony Gunn deciding, do I try to get some distance or do I go for the ropes? He had to make that choice with the right arm. This is not Tony Gunn's primary arm.
Cal Hero was ready for that. Scouted by, I was going to say the fanny pack kid, but he's no kid. He is a man. Look at him. He will get this win. I know it, you guys. I can feel it.
And look at that Gunn quickly getting his feet onto the ropes. Referee Stephen Kyle calling for the break.
It's not a no DQ match.
You're absolutely right. It is not a no DQ match, and that's the thing. Gunn understands. Gunn is almost a 26-year veteran in this business. He has been up and down the roads, and he knows what it takes to win in a matchup.
You're right there. Tony Gunn taking off the gloves, and what a punch to Cal.
Bare knuckle strike there, Brian.
Cal stunned after that, what you would normally consider an illegal shot from Tony Gunn.
Wait. What's Tony thinking?
Gunn might be looking for that diving knee, Linda.
Tony hits that buckshot, laying out Cal Hero.
Referee SK right now giving the count. 5, 8, Cal barely getting up and beating that count.
Barely doesn't matter though. Cal's up and a knee from behind.
That knee, that clipped Cal right in the back of the head. Almost like a rabbit punch. Yeah, those are illegal in boxing and MMA, and it's legal in professional wrestling. But Gunn may have knocked Cal completely out.
There's a knee to the base of the skull from the top of the rope. Look at the Revolution standing around clamoring for Cal Hero to be out here.
Cal not giving up, but Cal looking on the sword slow, but come on, Cal. Another. Wait a minute.
Cal with the half Boston Crab.
That's the end of this round, folks.
But look at that's the end of the round. But Cal Hero with a half Boston Crab locked in, and Tony's tapping. Tony's tapping.
Oh my God.
Cal had one there, had the round not ended, but what does that mean for the next round?
Oh my gosh.
Cal Hero, if he had had 10 more seconds in that round, would have had Tony Gunn defeated. But you have to question how much damage was done to the knee of Shotgun Tony Gunn, Brian.
You absolutely have to ask that question. I think the Revolution asking that question as well. You've seen the look of concern on their faces right now.
Tony favoring that knee. I mean, we talked about limb for limb earlier. How about knee for knee? Just so much damage to be done. Both men, just the hatred. It's so hard to explain, but I can feel it. You can see it.
Well, you know, and that's the thing, Linda. Again, like I said, you've known Cal since pretty much birth, and you see Shotgun Tony Gunn taking a shot there.
Wait. Was that a shot of whiskey?
I mean, if it was, can someone throw me the flask? But that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is Shotgun Tony Gunn getting coached here by his brothers in the Revolution, while Cal is doing everything he can to teach these young men at ringside what it means to be a champion, what it means to stand up for something. That's the difference between the two.
Right. I mean, this is a gentleman's agreement match. Cal Hero showing he is a true gentleman. I mean, being not just a guide, a mentor to these 3 young upstarts here in his corner, but also to show his faith and love and passion for us here with the OVW family.
Well, and Brian, that's the thing, you know, leaders lead, right? Cal Hero, I would call a leader. Cal Hero, someone who is taking the young men in OVW under his wing to teach them the right way. But Tony Gunn, a man that has done that in the past, now switching it up and joining with the Revolution for his own self-gratification.
All right, as we enter this last round, we're going to see both of those motivations filling into this last matchup. Tony Gunn barely even able to stand. Cal Hero on the bottom of his tank, but Cal Hero never fully on empty.
Without a doubt, Cal Hero, he's got a heart bigger than the big blue sky. And this man will do anything it takes in this ring to beat Tony Gunn here tonight. Oh, and look at Gunn. Gunn chewing on Cal Hero.
That's not legal in this match.
It's not illegal, I guess?
But,
oh, look at that. Hang on.
See, our official SK making note of that.
Referee Stephen Kyle telling the referees, or excuse me, the judges at ringside to deduct 1 point from Gunn from this round. But Cal absolutely insists, going right back after Tony Gunn.
Tony Gunn in trouble here, but I guess when you have the judges in your back pocket, you can afford to lose a point or two.
I mean, I don't disagree. And that's the thing, man. You know, like Tony Gunn, Brian.
Oh, baseball slide.
Baseball slide, drop kick, wipes out Tony Gunn on the outside.
Got to be careful there with Doug and Miss Gannon there at ringside. I mean, the Revolution, not necessarily those to be kind, those to be fair. I mean, we have cash flow on this end, and cash flow, known to be very fair, and also chosen by Cal Hero. Oh.
Look at this, Tony Gunn taking some swings of water. Katie Gannon distracting Cal Hero. Tony Gunn just spit on Katie Gannon.
But look at that, Katie Gannon. She is furious with Shotgun Tony Gunn. But Tony didn't remember he didn't realize Cal had him from behind, Brian.
Katie Gannon not accustomed to being spit on, I can assure you that. And Tony Gunn might have made a mistake.
We don't kink shame in this family.
What? Does people like getting spit on?
Cal Hero up his feet, but
ducks a
lot for Tony Gunn. Super kick out of Cal Hero.
Whether you're covered in spit or covered in gravy, you'll get knocked out by that super kick from Cal Hero.
Look at that Gunn holding on after 2 super kicks. Cal might be looking for a trifecta, 3 ninjas here in Hot Point Davis Arena, if you will.
Cal looking for that knee strike. No. Went for a super kick. Gunn caught it, single leg trip, and Gunn going for a stretch muffler here.
Oh my goodness.
The amount of torque on the neck, the lower back, the hip happened? The knee. This is one of those dangerous submissions in all of professional wrestling.
Cal Hero in serious trouble. Middle of the ring, couldn't be further from the ropes, Linda.
We barely see that here. Oh.
Cal trying to find his way out with those kicks to the top of the head. It succeeds in doing so, Linda, but Gunn cuts him off the pass before he get any momentum.
I mean, this is the final round, you guys. Now we are under that 5-minute mark. KO or submission. These men will do what it takes to get that win. And remember, guys, if this goes the whole round, this is by judge's decision. We have Leather Daddy Doug and Miss Gannon and Cash Flow here at ringside. If it comes down to judge's decision, you guys, can we expect it to be a fair decision? We have 2 members of the Revolution as judges, for goodness
sake. Yeah, but you also have Cash Flow at ringside, and Cash Flow, a man who the colors of OVW pump through his veins. And look at that, Gunn trying to go for a payback knee. Kill shot out of Cal Hero.
Oh my gosh.
Both down, Cal Hero hitting Tony Gunn with a kill shot, his own maneuver.
Last thing that just shows how dangerous that kill shot is. Tony Gunn laid out. He may have taken too much time to hit that fight.
There.
6, oh my gosh, you guys, seconds away from the end of this round.
If neither one is going to get to their feet, what's going to happen here?
9.
But hang on, Gunn. Gunn flat-footed on the canvas before Hero. And now both these men slugging it out.
That's the end of the round coming up, less than 10 seconds.
Fanny pack knee!
Fanny pack knee, come on, Cal!
FPK out of Cal Hero.
With the round ending, I mean, what does that mean?
Well, Tony Gunn's knocked out. Cal gets this win.
Referee Stephen Kyle, up to 7.
Oh, no! The round ended, no!
That is the end of round 3.
Tony Gunn out cold at the end of the round, but not enough time.
There's a clear winner here.
Literally saved by the belt.
It means it goes to the judges. It goes to the judges. It's clear. Tony Gunn won round 1, 10-8. Tony Gunn round 2, 10-8. Tony Gunn won round 3, 10-8. By judgment, Tony Gunn.
Hey, Doug Basham, why don't you sit down and shut up? Because that is a bunch of bullshit.
Hold on.
These people know Cal Hero won round 1, 10-9. It was a draw in round 2 because of Tony Gunn, so it's 9-9. But everybody saw Cal Hero win round 3. This match belongs to Cal Hero.
I'd agree.
So would I.
Leather douchey Doug doesn't look too happy, though.
Comes down to judge number 3, Miss Gannon.
She can't decide.
What?
Star Wrestling Revolution.
Come on!
Cal Hero here.
OVW staff trying to fight him up, and look at, come on, they just want staff. They just.
Hang on, Cash Flow, Cash just saying enough. Clothesline, back elbow, just wiping out every member of the Revolution.
Yeah, Cash.
Oh God, that chop.
Cashflow getting his hands on the men who took him out for a couple of weeks. Cashflow ready to take down the Revolution.
Starter up and over into his brothers of the Revolution. The hell does this mean?
What?
Do we have a winner? What happened here?
Who won?
Per usual with the Revolution, guys, we're left with more questions than answers, but look at that cash flow. Cal Hero standing tall at the end of Thanksgiving Thunder.
I mean, right now, Cash Flow raising the hand of Cal Hero, but do we have an official winner of this gentleman's agreement match?
I don't know. For the Team Rob House